Now live stream.
President triumphant over the Democrats' effort to impeach him, and this could have ended up being really good for him.
Right, and you look at this, the Democrats, and I think that's what,
I should become a subscriber.
focused on the legalities of this, unfortunately, so it's good that some
In fact, I think I'm gonna.
pointing out the problems here. Democrats, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer have really spent all their time on this while they've ignored the rise of Bernie. And this is who the president wants. This has played well for him. If he wins both Iowa and New Hampshire, you're going to see a backlash from the Democrat establishment. We'll be horrified at that.
Thomas, for a moment, and go back to
the whole question of we just don't know
what the evidence is, and no matter. Well, that's why what I've witnessed, the finger at the other side destroy, really quite collegial amongst themselves, which is in such the rhetoric that we see in public. And the rhetoric certainly is polarizing. It is, as you know from covering the Clinton impeachment trial and other fights up here.
I don't know what is up with it.
Right up there. I mean, this is, in my 10 years in this town, this is 10 fights.
If you go to YouTube and you Google me, you'll be able to see it.
That real recognition of what the outcome was most likely to be. I'm going to take this outcome and move on.
All right. Well, there is still this point. While they have completed the arguments on whether or not the Senate will hear from witness vote, that should be the next order of business, and then perhaps several senators in that Colorado, Klobuchar of Minnesota.
To subpoena witnesses or documents. The yeas and nays are required under Senate Rule 83.
Mitch McConnell's wife works bad.
Aye. Mr. Booker. Aye.
ABC News special report. The impeachment trial of President Donald Trump. Now reporting, George Stephanopoulos.
I can't stand that guy.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Senate floor right now where they're voting on that.
No, Mrs. Height-Smith.
Problem.
Aye. No. Mr. Manchin. Aye.
Bill
Murphy.
Manchin, Democrat of West Virginia. Strong ally of the president on many issues,
Mr.
but he voted with the Democrats.
Ms. McSally. Aye. Aye. Mr.
I can't believe this. Democracy is dead, it sounds like.
Are there any senators in the chamber wishing to change his or her vote?
And we're not revolting. Unbelievable.
The nays are 51.
As expected, the Democratic motion to allow witnesses has been defeated. Close vote.
I don't understand why we're not in the streets.
9 to 51, 2 Republicans voting along with the Democrats, but that was it.
I owe my buddy a buck.
Hold his party in line in defense of the president on this key question of witnesses. The Senate is now going to go into reach that. We knew since the beginning of the day that this vote would go down, that the Democrats' attempts to get witnesses, despite a new revelation from John Bolton today, had not succeeded. What we don't know yet is the end game for this trial, which is why they've just gone into recess. Again, a dispute over how many more days to take. Will they finish tonight, tomorrow, into next week?
All right.
And George, the flurry of activity and negotiation here. They are done with this process, set to deliver the State of the Union here on Tuesday.
So many cross pressures. I want to bring in John Carl, White House correspondent. And John, I think that's the big goal for the president, to have this done before he goes into the House chamber.
Talk of that, and George, frankly, I don't impeachment trial of a president.
Okay, I'm going to make a that the Senate has ever overcome. America will remember this day, unfortunately. The Senate did not live up to its responsibilities, where the Senate turned away from truth and went along trial. If the president is acquitted with no witnesses, no documents, the acquittal will have no value, because
that this is not a fair trial.
Levite, you'll see the live broadcast.
He said he believes what the president did.
Because he died.
The end of this
call.
Correct. That has now been shut off. So now, even if there is another revelation, even if in the next day or two some other big scoop about the president did this politically and
that's what you were saying. He would never.
Places might have for the principle for a long time. We don't impeach, as suggested. That impeachment is
made repeatedly.
This is bad, folks. This is really bad.
Saying, look, we've got at one point we said we've got the election in a few months. Willingness to cheat, to seek foreign help to try to fix that election or try to affect that election. That's why you need to remove him now. But we're clearly at the point where the verdict will ultimately be delivered by the voters.
Pierre Thomas, our senior justice correspondent, I want to pick up on that point right now because that was one of the arguments the Democrats made, is that the president is picking up Russian propaganda, was looking to cheat in the campaign, and we know right now that there have been instances of the Russians trying again. We know that they were looking at Burisma, which of course was the gas company in play through most of this Senate trial, and the warnings have come from Robert Mueller, from the head of the FBI, that this election is under threat.
Exactly, George. When I spoke with the FBI director in December, he warned the fact that the Russians were still up to it, and that you said, Bob Mueller,
Donald
said
Trump,
they were concerned. People were raising the issue of Iran, also China, George. So we're going to have to see how all this plays out. And again, we have to see how that plays out in terms of Giuliani's associates, Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman.
You know what this says for Zelensky is, hey, these guys are friggin' corrupt. And they know it. They are.
The Senate will be in a trial. You know what they have to choose? We're far more in lockstep with the president on the idea that there was nothing to see here. He didn't do anything wrong. The call was perfect.
Well, the Republicans in the House, there are very few seats.
And that's another thing. See, if they admit representatives are just a bunch of idiots because they couldn't see that it was wrong, and they all should be, voted out of office. They're all up for election this year. That's the problem. Things, that a Christian country would do. Christians. I can't stand Christians.
George, one senator just told us, really trying to read the tea leaves. The Republican leader Mitch McConnell just put out a statement where he did note that they are working right now to come up with some solution to conclude this at some point in the coming days.
In the coming days. On that note of
right on time with so much news breaking next week.
With today's extraordinary news cycle.
That's second. The others voted for their wallets first, and their president second. Either way, they're not Christians. This country. I'll tell you. All right. Well, we're gonna leave. This is just disgusting, folks. It really, really is. I mean, I don't think you understand how I feel. I mean, besides the fact that the man tried to kill me, he is wiping up his ass with the Constitution.